and I know that Greens understand we do this work for love. In fact, it is our mutual dedication to the 10 key values that has led us to develop, through consensus, a platform which embodies our vision for a better future. Dr. Jill Stein advocated for this vision as the Green New Deal during her 2012 campaign, and when Bernie Sanders adopted many similar positions, we could all see how widely supported they were. Finally, we could know that we were not alone in our outrage and heartache. That these ideas could only gain attention if a Democrat uttered them is a testament to the gatekeeping function of the media. But in this year's perfect political storm, daylight is peeking through. On this 71st anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing, we ponder the direction of a nation that continues to justify and glorify militarism while it wages an endless war on terror that only creates more terrorists. Unlike the DNC, chants of no more war are welcome here. All right, but we're here to do more today than just chant. Hopefully they can hear us now. We are here to give the gift of a waiting political vehicle from an older generation of activists that understood change was not possible inside the major parties, to the youth and social movements of this age. Don't let the establishment swindle you out of the leverage you could gain by growing the Green Party now. Some voices will tell you to wait or to start over, but I say they seek to rob you of a political tool you have within your grasp. Instead, use it to indicate clearly that corporations are not people, money is not speech, and the time to realign our political priorities is at hand. Whether we come out of this election with greater ballot access and public campaign financing, or whether we paint the White House green in 2016, the Green Party of the U.S. will only come out of this election stronger. The degree of our success will be up to you. If we can get our message out to independents in this country, and a generation burdened by student debt comes together, if the working class and communities of color express solidarity with one another, we could build a winning coalition. I believe people can change their minds in an instant. With all of the money poured into political campaigns, the establishment parties can barely motivate a third of eligible voters to participate. We can give disenfranchised voters a reason to vote. We can give people of conscience a once-in-a-lifetime chance to stand for justice and human dignity. We have to acknowledge our hypocrisy in espousing liberty and justice for all when the foundations of our nation are native genocide and slavery, and when we now have the largest prison population in the world. Without acknowledging how far we are from our ideals, we can't begin to correct the situation and heal our social wounds. Our authoritarian culture legitimizes the use of force against marginalized people. And that is why we must declare that Black and brown lives matter, because we reject justifying misconduct and abuse of authority by dehumanizing victims. Our guiding priorities must become people, peace, and planet over profit. We have a choice now to follow the hollow political charade into oblivion, or to invest ourselves in a politics of courage. The convergence of crises we are facing make it urgent that we resolve our systemic problems while we retain the capacity to do so. As a mother motivated to deliver a livable future, I believe all further delay decreases our chances of surviving climate disruption. We need economic democracy that facilitates prudent choices in the public interest and that is participatory rather than predatory. Corporate interests are well represented, and so government must protect the public against rapacious exploitation, not remain its tool of enforcement. You begin to see the failure of our economic system when you notice fundamental disconnections: homelessness amid vacant and derelict housing, unemployment amid unmet social needs, hunger amid plenty. Needed trade is stifled for lack of an electronic fiat currency, while huge quantities of the money supply have hemorrhaged out of our economy and into offshore tax havens. Or another example, the short-sighted extraction and speculation that is environmentally or socially destructive, but because the cost is externalized, the activity still makes economic sense for the business actors. But I have faith in the younger generations. Having grown up with technology, they understand the need to reboot a complex system that has become corrupt. Having experienced inequality and the school-to-prison pipeline firsthand, they know how hard it is for people to scrape together a living from part-time jobs or even breathe in this society. Youth are now and will continue to suffer the brunt of our society's systemic failures. And while they have come of age in a historically bewildering time, I believe they are ready to take control of their future. Together, we will build a world that works for all of us. Economic participation should be a human right. Greens understand that it is less expensive to meet basic human needs than to criminalize poverty. We could create a shared prosperity, stimulating our economy with the prioritized transition to renewable energy and fulfilling unmet domestic needs with savings from our bloated military budget. We would have better security at home if fewer of our military resources were deployed around the world in the interest of imperialism. We would no longer squander our resources on death and destruction, but would instead undertake a peace offensive to de-escalate and heal our international relationships. With proven common sense programs such as single-payer health care and free higher education, Greens seek to build consensus across the political spectrum and find a new way forward based on our party's 4 pillars. We invite you to join us in this political evolution revolution as we overgrow the system. Thank you. Vote Green 2016.